Hi, I'm Amber, welcome back to Cats Reads, and today I'm going to be recapping 2016 and share with you my new goals for 2017. I first want to review what my goals were for 2016 and then go into what I plan for my goals for the coming year. I'm going to say this now, I don't ever set my goals in stone. I always believe it's something to work towards, and I don't really mind if I have to move it to the next year or if I end up not. For this year, I did start out strong for 2016, but most of the goals I did not actually complete. For 2016, I had 8 goals, and the first one was I wanted to finish my TBR. I think I had close to 100 at the end of 2015. I had, at the beginning of 2016, purged my bookshelves, got rid of a lot of books that I wasn't willing to read anymore, or that I lost interest in at that point, in the hopes that by cutting it down, it would make it easier for me to finish my TBR. This wasn't successful. I still have all these shelves right here and some to finish. I actually added more books onto my shelves as I was getting rid of them, and so it just was never going to happen. The second goal was no borrowing from the library. This was mainly so I could focus on my TBR. This also didn't happen towards the end of the year. I was borrowing books from the library again, and I really don't mind that. I actually am happy that I am going back. I have figured out a way to reread my books, focus on my TBR, and borrow from the library, and not feel that pressure that I should be reading my TBR or that I should be focusing on the library books because they're going to be due. So it's all worked out. That was my goal, and I didn't succeed, but I'm okay with it. The third goal was I was not to buy any books. Again, this was to help me with my goal of finishing my TBR. And as I mentioned, I was putting more books back on there, and so of course I did not succeed in this. I don't think I bought as many books as I usually would have, especially as I had been in 2015, but I also was really helping my cause here. Next, I wanted to read Outlander by Diana Gabaldon and decide if I wanted to continue on with the series or not. The thing with this book was that I had read it when I was just starting college. I thought I was enjoying it, and I wanted to continue on with the series, but then every time I tried to pick it up, I always felt like there was an issue with it, and I couldn't ever get past the point in the book. This was just the year where I had to finish it, and I actually succeeded this. I made my decision, which was the main purpose for this goal. I DNF'd it. The fifth goal was that I wanted to finish The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I didn't succeed in this, but I am actually reading this book right now. I am reading The Two Towers, so I am going to succeed in finishing this in 2017. Next, I wanted to do a reading challenge, which I did not do because I don't really feel like I was 100% full into this idea yet. I didn't have that motivation, so of course it wasn't going to happen. You have to have that motivation, and I don't feel like I did at that point. The seventh goal was that I wanted to reread one book a month. I don't know if I should call this a success or not. I did reread books throughout the year, but I didn't do it exactly the way I had wanted it to, so I'm gonna call it a half success. Eighth and last goal that I had for 2016 was to read 50 books. I think underneath it all, I really wanted to try to get to 100 books, but I knew better than to put it at 50 at that point. And so I did succeed in this. I read 52 books in 2016, which I'm very happy to say that I did so. So I only succeeded in completing 2 of my goals for 2016, which is fine. Like I said, these are things I want to work towards. So let's just jump right into the next thing that I want to talk about, which is the goals for 2017. 8 out of the 9 goals are all reading book related, but the first of the 9 goals that I have relates to my channel. I want going into this year to continue making 1 video a week. You've been noticing lately that I've been doing that, whether it's a review or a currently reading video. I always have a video up. I'm really liking that because it's becoming more of a habit. It's becoming a regular thing, and I really like having reviews and talking about the books I'm reading. That's always been my goal. Hopefully that will be the continuing theme for my channel, is reviewing my books that I'm reading. Now to the rest of the goals. These goals, of course, like I mentioned, are going to be book related. So the first one is I want to finish my TBR. I would like to at least get down to 5 to 10-ish books left if I don't end up actually finishing my TBR. Next, I want to read 100 books. I do think this is doable because I'm reading more than I was earlier in 2016. So I think this is doable. But I will be just as happy if I finish 50 books by the end of 2017. The third goal is to do the Read Harder challenge. This is the one goal that actually I'm hoping that I succeed and accomplish this year, and I will put a link down below to their website so you can go check them out. They're really great people. Fourth goal I have is I want to read 12 short story collections. I don't really care for short story collections for the most part, just because I have issues with how short they are. And I get that they're short stories, and I know that they're supposed to be, but I've struggled with how I always end up feeling that the story is incomplete. Maybe it's because I'm not choosing the right collections. So I'm hoping that this year will be the year that I actually find short stories that I like. Next, I want to read 6 banned books, or books that have been challenged. The next goal is that I want to read 6 poetry collections. I like poetry, but I don't go out of my way to read poetry collections. And this past year I didn't read anything from that section, and that's really disappointing to me because poetry has always been something that I really wanted to get into. I want to really delve into poetry collections in the next year. The last 2 goals that I have for you is that I want to continue rereading my books, and I want to continue using the library. Those were my goals for 2016 and my goals for the coming year. I would love to hear from you what goals you plan for the coming year. Thank you all so much for watching, and keep smiling.